Well, we come to you from the area of Ntsimbini in Polas, under Ward 94 here in eThekwini municipality on the south of the city. And of course, we've been visiting a number of families that have been affected by the recent rains. Many families have lost their loved ones. About 9 people have lost their lives in various parts of KwaZulu-Natal that have been affected by the recent rains. And of course, we are here at one of the residents here at the Shozi family, who have lost a 13-year-old boy who was one of the victims of the recent heavy rains that wreaked havoc throughout the province of KwaZulu-Natal. We have been told by the Department of Human Settlement that there are some measures that are in place to enforce bylaws for many of the affected residents, for them to be moved and not for them to actually build in those lands. One of the biggest concern is that the land is currently saturated. And of course, we did also hear from the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs talking about that they are working very hard to try and assess the extent of damage. But to speak to us, it is of course one of the family members, a relative of the 13-year-old boy who lost his life on the Saturday morning, I believe, or Friday morning. We do have his uncle, and this is Mr. Shozi, Mr. Dumsani Shozi. Thank you so much for joining us. Sicela nje baba usithathe usibeke njengomndeni ukuthi isigameko lesi senzeke kanjani.
Isigameko lesi senzeke kuzosakubolesini ekseni. Ngivuswe usisi wami omdala obelala eceleni kwekamero lakhe umfana ezwa udonga lwele endlini yakhe. Kuwe inhlabathi engemumva kwendlu yawela ekamereni lakhe umfana yashaya udonga laselwela phezulu kwakhe udonga nenhlabathi. Mangifika mina ngifica udonga nenhlabathi kugcwele endlini, so ngangasaboni ngisho ikamero lakhe la elala khona. Ngazama ukuthi ngimbheke ukuthi ungakuphi, bese ayovusa nabanye endlini zabo. Bafika ke nomakhelwane sazama ukuthi simtakule, mhlambe laphela i-hour no 30 minutes singamthuli la ekhona ngoba udaka laseliningi kakhulu endlini.
Okay. No sabanga kakhulu ke Dumsani Shozi. Well, that is Mr. Dumsani Shozi, who is the uncle of the 13-year-old boy who lost his life here in this house just behind me. He was just giving us a picture as to how this incident happened. Told us that this incident actually happened on Thursday morning. He says that it was raining during that night, and during the early hours of that day, the family heard a loud noise, only to find out that the wall had collapsed on this 13-year-old boy who was asleep. Apparently, he was then buried alive by a mudslide. The family says that they've tried so many times to try and rescue him, but they couldn't. They said that they spent hours trying to rescue him up until they were able to recover his body. Unfortunately, at that time, he had passed on. The family also speaks about wanting to be relocated to another location, a safer place where they can rebuild. They are saying that at this point in time, there's not much help or assistance that they have received from government, but they are saying that they have been visited by a number of government departments. I spoke about the rescue. I believe also disaster was also here, and saying that once that briefing that the MEC for KwaMakhutha is concluded, hopefully the family will have some sort of an idea as to what kind of help will be provided to them.